In this video, we're going to talk about Jon Stewart criticizing Joe Biden and Trump's age and how The View responds to it. Also, we're going to show how The View is about to turn on Whoopi Goldberg because she has the guts to keep it real. Kinda.
Jon Stewart is apparently back in the anchor chair of The Daily Show last night to put his spin on the state of the presidential race. Take a look.
What the are we doing here, people?
No, they like Jon Stewart. They just don't like that Jon Stewart had the audacity to bring up faults about Joe Biden and about Donald Trump. They wanted to just be faults about Donald Trump. So basically, they want Jon Stewart to be Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, and Trevor Noah. They forgot that's not who Jon Stewart ever was. So Jon Stewart made some comments about age and about how old Joe Biden, the current president, is, and how old Trump is. And they're both old. I'm pissed off. I've been telling y'all that Joe Biden and Trump were too old. And everybody just ignoring me. Then Jon Stewart says it, and people are like, wow. I think he's on to something. Why didn't we think of that? The complexion for the protection from the collection, who gets appreciated with much affection. I love y'all, man. The ladies at The View were none happy about Jon Stewart talking about Joe Biden's age, especially Sunny Hostin. She was offended.
I think what's so offensive to me, I love that Jon Stewart is back, but what's so offensive to me is there's a difference between age and intelligence.
Vitality.
There's a difference between age and vitality. Yeah. There's a difference between age and really being up on things. And
first of all, Sonny, being offended is a very Karen-esque thing to do. I know you just found out that your parents were slaveholders. Yeah, you just did the genealogy trace and you found out your parents are slaveholders. Now we know where the Karen in you has come from.
What's so offensive to me is that
I'm getting big Karen energy out of you right now. I don't like it. It's not ageism to call out how old someone is. It's just a number. It's a big number, but 81 is just a number. Right now it's 4:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not ageist or numberist. That's what time it is.
Let me just tell you that Martha Stewart's 82. She's still cooking in front of people.
Yeah. She's selling kitty litter.
She's selling, exactly. Robert De Niro and Al Pacino are getting it in. They've got babies in their 80s, okay? Jane Fonda, 86. Representative Maxine Waters, 85. Bernie Sanders, 82. Nancy Pelosi, 83. I don't know. They look like they know what they're doing. They have the wisdom. They have the history. The problem with this country is that we don't value people with their wisdom. We don't value seniors.
Talk about gaslighting. We don't value seniors. Come on now. You only value them because that's your biggest viewer demographic. That goes to all cable news media. And also, don't stop bringing up Bernie Sanders. You guys were so nice to Bernie when he was running. You guys gave him as much hell as humanly possible because he had the temerity and the unmitigated gall to challenge Hillary Clinton and then Joe Biden. So let's not be revisionist in the history of how you guys treated the guy. And don't even get me started on Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi. Some people do need to retire. We do need term limits. If it's up to you, Don Feinstein would still be in office. Rest in peace. And it's not because Maxine Waters is old as much as it is what has she done for her district? Haven't seen a whole lot. And Nancy Pelosi's done nothing but pat her pockets. But that's another story. I'm getting off track. It is about the deeds the person has done. It's about what they get accomplished. And it's also about, do you have confidence in a person? Don't get me started. You listen to Al Pacino and Martha Stewart and Robert De Niro, and great, that's fine. They can still get it up with the help of all types of drugs, but that's not the point. Are they ready to lead a country? And if they already did it one time, why should they have to do it again? You want to send the oldest guy, who's already the oldest guy, back in to be the oldest guy. And you don't want anybody to say anything about it. To me, that's crazy. Doesn't make sense. But when we bring it up, what do you guys do? You gaslight, just like you're doing right here. I'm offended. We need to love seniors. You weren't saying that. You weren't saying that when Mitch McConnell was up there stroking out. You were quiet. And remember, you defended him. You were like, maybe Mitch McConnell needs to have several seats. That's because it's only something you want to defend now because it's your guy, because it's Joe Biden. And look, Sonny, I know you want to cape for your guy, Joe Biden, but this is something you can't cape him out of. Ain't nobody dragging him because of his age. They're dragging him because of what his age has done, what his age looks like, and because he's the president. And you can try to defend that all you want, you ain't gonna be able to defend it away. And stop acting as if Joe Biden doesn't have an opportunity every day, any point, at any time. Joe Biden has the pulpit. He could come out and he could change everyone's opinion of him. Stop making it seem like he's this poor old guy who doesn't get an opportunity to come out and tell his side of the story. He's the president of the United States. Anytime he wants, he could hold a press conference. He could do a live stream. And everybody and their mama will cover it because he is Joe Biden. You do not get to pretend like Joe Biden is some poor captive, depleted old man not getting a fair shake in the media. Come on, who are you talking to? You know, everyone's not a moron. You know, some people know how the media works. A few of us do, and we know that Joe Biden is anything except powerless. Can do whatever he wants to do. What he does not have to do is sit back and take it on the chin. At any time, if he wants to disprove rumors about him being past it, about him missing a step, losing a step, or forgetting what step he's on, all he has to do is come out and make his claim, state his claim. He can do that at any time. And if he doesn't do it, that's on him. Not to be outdone in the fake outrage department, Whoopi Goldberg said this.
I just wanted to point out, I don't think anybody is saying close your eyes to what Joe Biden's going through or what people think he's going through. And I do think a lot of it is perpetuated by the media.
Whoopi Goldberg, Joe Biden is not a victim of the media. In fact, you guys are the media. You guys are the media. And you're sitting up here backing him up at every turn. You've been doing that for as long as he's been running. All of you have been doing that for him. And if he's doing such a great job, leave it be and it'll all play out because most Americans don't pay attention to jack shit. But let me ask you, ladies, a real question. Let me get your take on this. Why is it that you guys have had a platform for the last decade plus, maybe like 20 years? And never once, not one time have I seen any of you ever endorse anybody who was outside of the mainstream. Never ever have you endorsed anyone who was outside the duopoly of the Democrats and Republicans. And you all have the platform to do so. Not one time have you ever propelled anybody who wasn't holding up both sides, and particularly the Democratic side of the ticket, in anything ever. Hell, you never even voted for, supported, or endorsed or brought on without hammering anybody who was outside the Democratic Party for even dog catcher, chairman of garbage collection, or vice president of Kleenexes disposal. Nothing. You have never, ever done it. So you're part of the problem. You're part of the thing that you complain about. Because all you do is uphold the status quo. That's it. That's all. That's all you ever do. Peddle propaganda and push for your side of the ball. In real talk, when you complain about the media, you're complaining about yourself. That's who you're really talking about. Acting like there's some big boogeyman out there. You're the boogeyman. You're the boogeyman, and you're the boogeyman, and you're the boogeyman. You're the boogeyman. This whole damn setup. Reading off your damn cue cards. Here's the thing, you can be on the side of justice and history or not. You still have an opportunity to bring on Dr. Cornel West and RFK Jr. to kind of level the playing field. If you really want to get funky, bring on Claudia de la Cruz. You know, show them wrong by bringing on an independent voice. Just once. And do so not in a predatory fashion where all you do is cape for the Democratic Party. I don't expect you to do it because you don't have any of the ideals that you profess that we need in America. All you do is gaslight, ladies, gaslight, gaslight, gaslight.
Again, as I said yesterday, yes, he's old, okay. But the minute he stops being productive, and this sounds terrible, but the minute he stops being able to do his presidential duty, he's got to go. Mm-hmm. But I'm not advocating for him to go. I'm advocating for people to not dwell on the fact that he is an age that we cannot change.
Finally, Whoopi Goldberg said something that I can get behind. Because you know what's right, Whoopi. But don't say Hey, don't fixate on it. Don't focus on it. How can you not focus on it? It's like walking in a room with your fly down. You're like, this guy's got his fly down. Someone walking in here with a pair of pants on with no ass in them. Put some pants on. It's obvious, okay? You know? It's like finding out Rachel Dolezal has an OnlyFans page. You gotta talk about it. It's right there. What I'm saying, Whoopi Goldberg, and what I'm saying, ladies of the viewers, look, I know that's your guy, but first be on the side of America. Be on our side, the people's side. And if you're advocating for the people, it's not about you focusing or not focusing. It's about calling out what you see. If you're working in the media business and you want a coverage, you're doing coverage, you're talking to the country, it's important for you to speak truth to power. The truth is, Joe Biden, he didn't do the Super Bowl because he's missing more than a couple steps. He's missing a couple quarters. So if you want to say, oh my God, Donald Trump is devil, he's the devil, he's Lucifer. See, two can play that game. You want to demonize the hell out of Trump? Okay, who you putting up against him? The guy with one leg in an ass-kicking contest? How's he supposed to kick? I got nothing else to say, man. That's it. That's all I got to say, man. The View, you should have a responsibility to your viewers. Because right now, The View is short on good ideas and you're big on hypocrisy. Whoopi, you know better. It almost slipped out, and you saw how they got with you. They were looking like, oh, Whoopi said the truth? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You almost got canceled on your own show. I saw the ladies.
Again, as I said yesterday, yes, he's old, okay. But the minute he stops being productive, and this sounds terrible.
Y'all see how they took the camera off the co-host?
Again, as I said yesterday, yes, he's old, okay. But the minute he stops being productive, and this sounds terrible.
Co-host was cutting eyes. Hey, Herbert switched that camera back to Whoopi. You could tell Whoopi's neck was getting hot. I'm not saying I don't think Joe Biden is good enough. I'm not saying Joe Biden's not good enough. He's too old. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not advocating. I can't do a voice, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they were ready to come for Whoopi. That wasn't what we were told to say. So Joy's face, Joy Behar's face was like, oh my God. His face was like, oh my God. Whoopi's going off script. I could tell. My name is Tim Black, and this has been another edition of Calling It Out. Don't forget, I got a new channel on the TBTV network, at TBTV Network, where I cover non-political content. Go sign up and be a part of it. I'll see you on the next one.